Hi and welcome to my guide for the Scourge of the Past Vault Access encounter. In this video I will cover the mechanics, our team setup and a simple approach that supports lower light guardians. As this was our first clear of the encounter, there are some rough patches and some areas that can be optimised if we would have been at a higher light at the time of filming. We were around 625 to 630 average light when we completed this encounter. So let's start with the team composition. We found that the simplest way was for us to break up into teams of two. Two guardians would stay up top for the whole encounter, clearing all the shanks and the servitors that could spawn in one of 4 locations around the map, while the other 2 sets of 2 take it in turns to head down underground to collect the phase radiants. So as you would have just seen, to start the encounter, kill the first servitor on the map. This lowers the 4 electric fields around the underground access points. You'll then send the first 2 guardians underground to collect the first set of phase radiants, while the other 4 stay up top killing all of the shanks and then take down the servitor when the 2 guardians underground ask for the shields to be brought down. This shows that they're waiting with the phase radiants and ready to take it to the tank spawns. Now that the first pair of guardians are back up, the second pair can head down. You'll see us heading down in our pairs following the same route round. We check out the phase radiances on the side. As long as it's not a red one, you can punch it to pick it up. Then I'm heading round further to take the next one. I would have seen that that one was red and headed further round, while my teammate is stood behind me waiting with his phase radiance while I collect mine. Once we've both collected our phase radiances, we head to the nearest exit and call out for the top team to take down the servitor. This in turn will lower the arc fields there, and we'll head up and head to one of the 3 tank platforms. You'll notice here that we realise that we end up taking our phase radiances to the wrong tank spawn. This in fact is the tank spawn that the first pair summoned their Drake at, so we need to recover and head down to a different one. You'll see in the background there my teammate heading down on his sparrow. You can spawn your sparrows in this whole encounter, but the ads can destroy them quite simply and it will take you out. So here we're spawning our first Drake of our pair. I jump in and head to the centre of the map. Now you'll notice that the artillery bombardment follows you the whole time you're driving a tank, so you need to keep moving, avoiding your teammates. I've noticed after doing this encounter that it's probably best hanging further out so you don't knock your teammates, smash them into a wall, cause them to get killed by the architects. You'll see me running over my guardian there. So what you'll want to do is use your main cannon and the charged up micro missiles from the tank. This way you're making sure you're using the most DPS. You'll also need to keep an eye on the tank's health, as that does deplete over time as well as taking damage from ads. The timing works out quite well, so once my tank finished there I was able to head straight back underground to pick up my next phase radiance. My other teammate is already underground. You'll also notice a lot more ads down with us. This is because the top team weren't able to stop all of the shanks coming down. They will come down and ruin your day. Now is probably a good time to discuss the different phase radiants. There are 3 types. You have the parallel, which I'm holding now, which is the square. You have angular, which is the triangle or pyramid, and you have the circle, which is the continuous. During this recording of the encounter, we do each only pick up 1 to fill 2 separate slots of the Drake spawn. The best optimised route here is to try and collect 2 of the same phase radiants while you're underground. That way you can spawn a Drake tank for yourself and your partner and optimise the DPS phase. Again, as we were lower light, we were just taking it steady, taking 1 phase radiance at a time, getting out and ensuring that we were trying to keep as much guardian uptime as possible. You'll also notice when you pick up a phase radiance that you gain an aura around your guardian. As long as you stay away from the other auras, you won't cause yourself to get tethered with a teammate. There is a triumph for doing the whole encounter without getting tethered, but you'll notice later on in this encounter that we do actually cross paths, which doesn't cause any issues instantly, but it does do damage over time and will kill your guardians if you both stand together with 2 different phase radiants. You'll see here my teammate picking up his phase radiance and the pink aura that's surrounding him there. Here again we're noticing that there are red marks on the outside of the phase radiance container, so we're skipping this one and heading straight on to the next one. As there's now a bit of rinse and repeat, now's a good time to explain the boss's health. In this encounter the boss's health is split into 4 sections. Each section depicts your wipe timer. Once you take the boss's health past a section, it will restart that wipe timer. You can see the countdown to that on the sides of the boss itself in the centre. This is a good point in the video to watch the health of the tank. You'll notice that it's pretty much full, only taking a little bit of damage, and then it'll jump to no health at all. You get a couple of extra seconds where you can still do DPS, but it's always best to jump out before the tank explodes, otherwise it will take your Guardian out, making your team have to use another revive token. So here we're just clearing down the last servitor to let our Guardian out to spawn the last Drake of the encounter. You'll also see here as the Guardians come out of that hole, you can see them become tethered as they get too close together. That red line between them shows that they're tethered, and if they stay together too long, one of them will die. And here we're just waiting for the last DPS phase and for our last Drake to finish off the boss. Once the health bar is depleted, that is the end of this encounter. The chest spawns up near the entrance, so we do head up there in a second. I just want to thank you again for watching this video. If it helped you, please drop a like. And again, I'm just making these videos to help out the community, so any feedback is welcome. Let me know if I did anything wrong, if there's anything I could do better, and I look forward to making the next guide. See you soon.